Hello and welcome. This is Angry Jellyfish doing my first web blog thingy for Shining Hearts, episode 7. I don't know why I'm doing this. Hopefully it'll provide some sort of entertainment, or at the very least kill some time for you, the viewer. So, getting straight to business. The reason I'm going to skip straight to the episode is because the episode skips straight to the episode, if that makes any sense. There's no opening theme. Straight into the plot, or lack of it, into the bread, whatever. Starts with Rick delivering said bread to Kaguya, the unconscious girl in the hospital. She really doesn't like it this week. We're not quite sure why, but Rick's bread's not quite up to its usual standard. And we assume this is because of last week's development, which was the thief, Phantom Thief Blacktail. Rick found out that it was Xiaomei all along. Xiaomei, the beautiful angelic cat girl of awesomeness. So yes, we assume he's troubled by this. Back at Liqueur, their bakery, Hank has since reduced the prices for repairing the oven. He's agreed to do it after all. A few episodes back he refused to do it because they didn't have enough money, but he's found out that they're a friend of Madeira, and that makes all the difference. She's the one who suggested they go to him in the first place, so obviously they've got some past. He actually asks them whether Madeira has shared her past with them. Apparently she hasn't, so I'm guessing that'll become in a plot point later on, Madeira's past. There is a big revelation at this point in the episode, and that is that the three girls, the Breakers, Neris, Aerie and Amil, they also washed out of the sea, just like Rick, just like Kaguya. This is a proper facepalm moment for me, head desk moment for me. It was... I have to wonder whether the people on this island even reproduce naturally. Perhaps they're too busy thinking about bread. Maybe that is their one desire in life. Maybe all the inhabitants of the island are people who have washed up. I don't even know anymore, but it is getting more and more ridiculous every week, and I just can't hate it. Oh dear. So back in the bakery, the wise Madeira sees that Rick is troubled, and she suggests that he delivers bread to Xiaomei. She's cottoned on that perhaps she is the cause of his troubles, the cause of his bread not being up to scratch. Rick decides to take advantage of this opportunity to go and visit her, and he's greeted at the door by Xiaomei, acting cheerfully, no different to usual, invites him indoors, serves him tea, jokes around about the tea being poisoned, because he did see her stealing from the palace, or attempting to steal from the palace. But the tea isn't poisoned, that's just joking around. Eventually the joking stops and they get around to talking about serious business, her thieving. And this raises an interesting point, because in a way the two characters are very similar. You've got Xiaomei, antique dealer, also a thief, and you've got Rick, baker, also a knight, warrior. We don't even know, but he's very skilled with the sword. That's about all we do know about him. And Rick at this point is really unsure about what he wants to do, sort of who he really is, whether he should continue with his current baking or perhaps look into his past a bit more. Now, this part of the episode was particularly frustrating for me because, on the one hand, I'm thinking to myself, why doesn't Rick just combine his skills with a sword and his skills as a baker and create some sort of, I don't know, epic combination of the two, sort of a sword-fighting baker of awesomeness. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I'm sure that the end result would be far more interesting than anything the series has offered us so far. And on the other hand, he's already got a successful career as a baker. He's got all these skills as a swordsman to fall back on. I don't have any jobs, and this guy is just juggling two. I have a few friends who have several jobs, and it's just so frustrating when I can't even get one. But that's a personal issue. I'll put that aside. Anyway, Xiaomei reckons that Rick is better as a baker. She would say that because she's thoroughly addicted to his fish bread. But Rick doesn't respond well to this. He doesn't like being told what to do by a thief, really. No, of course the awesome Xiaomei can't be completely at fault here. There must be a perfectly good reason why she's stealing from the palace, and she certainly seems to believe that she's doing it for a good cause. She says, well, the subs say that she considers herself more of a Robin Hood than an actual thief. I don't know quite what the actual translation is there, but they didn't mention Robin Hood, and I failed to see why they would, because this isn't set on Earth. But I'm going off on a tangent. The main point is, could Xiaomei be robbing from the rich to feed the poor? We don't find this out just yet. Regardless, the two end up arguing about this, whether thievery is right or wrong, and Rick leaves in a bit of a huff, really. Anyway, the two resume their conversation later on at the seashore, once both have had time to calm down a bit. Rick's had a bit more time to think about what he wants to do with his life. Xiaomei takes Rick with her to the church, where she gives toys to the orphans, and it's heavily implied that it's for their benefit that she's doing this thievery. Because the palace, they've got all the riches they need. They basically keep putting off doing something about the poor and the needy for another day. She's taking action for them now, because she can. Having seen what she's doing, Rick feels a bit better towards her, really. He's not so against it anymore. She actually invites Rick to join her in the thievery. He declines for now. I'm assuming the jokey invitation, whether it was a joke or not, will remain open. So later that day, Rick shares his thoughts with his harem, plus Madeira, who I'm hoping isn't part of his harem. During the conversation we hear that Madeira used to be selfish, and one day just decided, you know what, all these people keep washing up on the shore, I'm going to make it my side business, aside from the baking. I'm going to make it my goal in life to help them. And I'm assuming that's why she took in Amil, Eri, Neris, Rick, Kaguya, anybody else that's washed up that we don't yet know about. She'd probably taken in the doll if Hank hadn't got there first. Yes, that's a bit of her past. Don't know whether that's all of it, but we shall see. Anyway, the important part here is Rick's called them all together to discuss his past, discuss his future on the island, and what he wants to do. He has decided to be a baker. Why not? And a good time to decide this, really, because Liqueur has an oven again, and they've decided to open a new part of their shop where people can eat bread and tea, and sort of a cafe side business thing. Extra money, extra customer satisfaction, what's not to like. And so with the oven repaired, the shop opens, sparkles all over the place, that recycled animation, and all is well with the island. And to complete the happy ending, Rick later visits Kaguya in the hospital again with a new batch of bread, and she approves of this. Clearly Rick's troubles are over. He is back to being an epic bread baker, chef, and his bread is the bread of happiness again, I guess. I tell a bit of a lie though, the episode isn't quite over yet, because next comes this giant high-tech ship covered in cannons, guns, all sorts of horrible looking weapons. It's very, very high-tech, similar to the pirate ship that attacked them a few episodes back. And this ship is quickly approaching another much smaller ship, relatively traditional sailing ship, with a human crew on it. Of course, we don't know whether the high-tech ship has a human crew or whether it's automated. Maybe like the doll that Hank has. That will be interesting, but clearly this spells trouble for later episodes of Shining Hearts. And I look forward to seeing how I'll end up vlogging that episode, because I really don't think these through. They're spur-of-the-moment decisions. Presumably it'll be in text format again. I'm not doing another video like this, but we shall see how it goes. And again, I've been lying, because we all know that the episode doesn't end with that. The episode ends with a next episode preview, which I'm not going to go into because spoilers. But before the next episode preview and after the end of the episode itself is the ending theme, and to reward or perhaps punish you for reaching the end of this video, I feel the need, it is a need, I am going to sing along to this ending theme, and no amount of mental or physical preparation, no amount of video editing can really make this any better than it's going to be, so I'm just going to upload my first attempt, whether it's fantastic, whether it's an inspired genius performance, or whether it's an absolute disaster like the rest of the video, but we shall see. And begin. I can't remember the words. But I will call it. I know the very competent. Samish me, I got her. End video.